bird.
In the beginning, there was darkness. Only the terror.
What's with the bird? What is with the bird? It goes forever. For your whole playthrough.
I've never been this far from the slums. No looking back now. Time to
No bird for me. Also, we're online now. We were playing offline only before because the servers were goofed. You're hearing birds? Did I do? Is that my fault?
As he wishes to destroy us and steal Atera's legacy. We can't let that happen.
I'm seeing phoenixes, which are birds. I hate that. I don't want to be reminded of birds. Yeah. Yeah. I went to the grocery store. I ate a bird. I got a whole chicken. I ate it. It's gone. I got my bird revenge. Now I used a lot of bites. It was slow. Made sure it lasted. There's a whole chicken. What do you? I can't eat a whole chicken in one bite. I wish I was that chunky, but I am not.
When you arrived, if they like what are you name come. Let me
Come.
watch you fight.
Hey baby, come.
Smoke.
There's smokers around here.
So much destruction. And for what?
How the fuck do I turn off this global chat? Get out of my game. You think I'm playing this game to hear other people chat? I have my own chat open where it's people chat. I don't need your chat where people chat when I already have my own chat where people are chatting.
Not quite right.
I need a bunch of people talking about
Where'd you learn to fight?
dumb shit. Some random global chat where everybody's saying the only comment I had read was SSF Solo Self-Found doesn't exist anymore. And the first thing I read was factually incorrect and I banned them from my life.
Quick, before it reaches town.
Is that armor shred?
Well done. We're almost there. I'll see you ahead.
Eating the chatter in one bite? Dude, hold on, I gotta take allergy thingy. I think my nose is cloggy. We went on the walk and it's nice out, but Texas allergies are real shit, real spit.
Sounds like keep it. It's not. Speaking of, I must head there now. Feel free to.
Meow. 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 I'm playing the bow guy. Can you sell me a bow?
Right.
Okay. No bow for bow guy.
You could do this, and our alliance is secure. We'll lend our aid to heal Borea's army.
Your left ear. I think I used to get something like that. I can't remember. That sounds familiar. It feels like that's something I should remember. Dude, who even knows? Nami. See, everybody shits their pants. It's normal. Chat telling me I'm weird because I shit my pants. Who doesn't shit their pants? One time. Shit your pants one time and they try and remove you from society. It's not fair. I have a feeling specializing in this skill is going to suck. The way that I'm leveling it. For the early game. Which is the part of the game where everyone kills you. No bee gloves. Dude, they have more health than me. Yeah. It'd be cool if there was a bird squawking right now. But there isn't. What's the point? A bow.
Not quite right.
Bow character loves having a bow. I like how far enemies follow you in this game. Very convenient when you shoot through everything. I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. Is it normal to only have 4 abilities? What?
Huh?
If you count them, it's 5, and it's normal to have 5 because you can only have 5. But you can have, like, your skill can trigger another skill that's not on your hotbar that you can still have a skill tree for. I believe the Blade Master Rogue has a whole bunch of that where you like trigger shadow skills with other skills. That's that same, it's unique that buffs minions. We don't got no minion. Nothing's happening. What are you moaning about? The mage to be quite underwhelming. Honest to goodness, let's game. I find most of the classes in this game very underwhelming. If not all of them. I was liking Bird Guy except for squawk, 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 squawk. She'll honestly probably be patched in like a day if you just like lower the volume and blast music and ignore it for a day. The game also, in my experience, starts feeling a lot better towards the end of the campaign when there's just so much monster density to make up for how the skills feel. It's a bit better now since 1.0, but still. Is Falconer really that annoying? Yep. To me it was. Ah.
This way.
Now it's like while you're standing in town doing nothing, it really is on like a 1 second cooldown to screech. It's less annoying when you're actually walking around and fighting. But you know.
Easy. Too easy.
Bird up. Bird up. I don't remember the charged puncture feeling this awkward. It's like cannot just tap it. It just cancels. Is it even doing that much damage? I don't know, I guess.
Safe. We'll reconvene outside. That should hold. Would you want? Let's get out of here first, and then I'll explain more. These beast dogs are hardly worth it if you don't know why Orion is after us.
Yeah, I think this early in the game, it's gonna be weaker. Because it's a 2x damage per 1 second charged, but I could fire probably more than that until we yeah, I think it's just bad early because it's multiplicative, but we don't have anything to multiply yet either. I would like if there was any indication of how many stacks it had. It's like that just didn't shoot. Okay. Maybe I'm a pro at finding bad things. But I did try this before. I really don't remember it being like this. Sometimes it's like the first one I did was desynced. Yeah, now I can tap it. What? There's some real weird shit happening. Oh. No. Yeah, this channel gets a lot of bots for some reason. You're gonna join Trade League. Solo self-found in title. Dude, I don't know if I like this actually. Damage is so low. You know, like I was saying, it's because it's... I don't have enough base damage for it to multiply anything yet. I think once we have more damage, then I'll like it. But the fact that I'm having to like do it twice, 3 times, 4 times per enemy is making it feel real bad. Or if I just did bleed chance on it, would feel good right away. The thing I'm more concerned about is that it's physical damage and it's slow, so you can't really apply multiple bleeds, so it's not going to be a bleed build. And then there's no like impales, there's no physical damage status effect. I don't know. I need to look at the rest of the puncture tree and see if there's more stuff that synergizes with this. So let me do that while they're while this guy's getting eaten by a bird or whatever.
I'm sure you have questions, but let me first check and make sure the Epoch's safe.
That's a lot more damage. Bleed me. Shreds fizz resistance. I guess that's kind of like a physical thing. Kind of want to try it melee, but it depends. We'll have to figure that out by the time we get our second class. I don't know anything on Blade Dancer that synergizes with Puncture. But this we get Black Arrow, charge speed, 100%. And then it'll probably feel real good. Though you can only do that sometimes. Puncture has a chance to apply a shadow dagger on hit. That's a blade dancer thing. Then we're still not applying a lot because we're attacking so slow. Probably every third puncture is good for this, because then you could do like a quick, and then charge your third one, and blam. I think it'll be fine. We're just gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do bow. Oh no-y. Oh no-y. Damn, this is what that game be like. The prophecy system? What's that? I guess this is the part where we just level in this zone because there's nothing else to do. Oh, this is where I just came from. I don't know. Am I meant to just stand here and spam, try and go into town? Brew. What happens if I log out and log back in? I feel like I'm playing Helldivers. Shit. I should have just stayed offline. I honestly don't know why I tried to play online. Because I'm doing solo self-found stuff anyway. Okay. I think the only thing it would matter for is if there's leaderboards or anything like that, which I'm probably not going to really get too into. L. Massive L. Big old fat stinky L. I suppose. Dude, I don't know. While you're clearing this, just every once in a while, pop open the portal and try.
That was close.
buddy. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave game. I'm gonna try and log back in through character creation. If it doesn't work, I'm seriously just gonna level back to here offline. Indeed. Yep. Last chance to consider using slow charge puncture. My offline character the same class? No, my offline character is a falconer and you can't change your specialization. I would have thought of that. It can be quicker offline though, because I can give myself the bee gloves and stuff. Here's the bird noise. Yep. 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 I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I hate it already. The first like 5 didn't bother me, but it really is when you start to realize it's going to do that forever, for hours and hours and hours of gameplay. It's when the dread sets in. I'm naked. But okay, am I really gonna do stank ass puncture? It's, to me, it's Bow. The Bow character in this is one of the few characters that feels good. Like, casting spells with the same weird standstill spell animation over and over and over again is so stale to me. But like, for some reason it doesn't bother me with bows. But every attack animation in this game other than bows feels eh. The werebeard guy is not bad because it's newer, so it's actually animated good. And then other than that, I like Lich, but it has like no abilities that actually go with the theme of being in the Lich form. And then Rune Master was kind of cool in theory, but I think in practice you end up just using the exact same like rune combination over and over and over and over again. It just feels like Bow is the only character I've enjoyed in this game. Okay. Puncture.
In the beginning, there was darkness.
I've never been this far from the slums. No looking back now. Time to leave.
Wow, this is deja vu. Third time today.
He wishes to destroy us and steal Atera's legacy. We can't let that happen. We need Atera's help.
Owie. Speaking of goober melee animations. That really is the comparison. Like, this doesn't bother me. Okay, that arm bothers me for this skill. That arm's fucking crazy. But that bothers me a lot less, because it's like, I don't know. That's how bow characters always feel in action RPGs, other than her arm coming all the way back. But the melee feels so stiff. Nothing below the chest moves. Yeah. Yeah.
When you arrive, they might want. Are you good? Come.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, come.
Fight. Smoke.
Come. I know. Hey, this NPC, can you help me farm? NPC, this is early game and I'm really weak. Can you help me farm?
So much destruction. And for what?
Hey, can you help me farm?
Where'd you learn to fight?
The little circle enemies look like they're designed to die. Right, it takes like 4 hits.
They won't forget that one.
reaches town.
I keep looking at that arm now that I've brought it up.
Well done. We're almost there. I'll see you ahead.
An ultra hard masochist mode? It does not have that.
Sounds like the key.
So no one has tried it.
I must head there now. Feel free to look around.
I think they're talking about Ruthless in Path of Exile, but that's just a guess.
Grail was just one there. But not could they should do this, and our alliance is secure. We'll lend our aid to heal Borea's army.
Get off. Go away. Funny to go back and look at Path of Exile, how Chris Wilson announced it and how excited he was about it. You would think maybe like, oh, like some streamers might get some enjoyment out of that. And fucking nobody likes it. But he was really excited. The Ruthless Race event? Somebody won it and they designed the Dragon Fang's flight unique that's in the game. It happened. But yeah, my understanding is that there's really only one guy that was close to doing it, and he did it, and it was only doable because the Crucible explode on death totems were so overpowered they got nerfed by like 10 times. Actually, I think they got like a minus 90% damage effectiveness. Am I going to level straight to the big slam puncture again? No. I'm gonna do bleed because we're gonna go that way eventually anyway, I think. And bleed is just easier. Happened to the guy who opened Peter Molyneux's cube? I don't think he got anything. If I recall correctly. You open the cube and it's Peter Molyneux. 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 Bro. If you could aim these meteors, I'd never be able to beat you. But you can't. Yeah, that was so much faster.
Not happening.
Wait, is Fable an epic adventure? I didn't know that.
As Orion ordered.
Yo, who doesn't love a stun duration shrine? Diablo 4 had a special event for the Lunar Chinese New Year type beat, and they changed the effects of the shrines in the game for it to be more epic. And one of them is a shrine that fears all of the enemies around you when you touch it and they run away from you. To which the community said, "Do you play this game?" To which they did not reply. What happened to the first epoch? People, I keep hearing this. The first epoch is in the game and you go there, I'm pretty sure. And joke's on you. You go there. You think they don't play any games? I think Blizzard games are super duper epic inclusive. They include everyone, even the people who don't like video games and have never played them.
This way. You're here to help. Protect the sun. The drink. Tread carefully.
You better feel included. This stream's for everybody. I feel like I've been here before.
It isn't safe. We'll reconvene outside. That should hold them. Well, tell you what. Let's get out of here first, and then I'll explain
Okay.
more. These beast dogs are hardly worth it if you don't know why Orion is after us.
I can't believe they're still updating Diablo Immortal. That's strange. Oh, bleeder or nah? I don't 100% know the plan. I think we're just gonna do the big snipe puncture, which is not bleed.
Not happening. Not happening. Not
Ah! Squee! Squirrel! Thinking that about PUBG? I think PUBG is still really big in China. This is actually what I do every single time I end up playing Last Epoch.
Safe.
Now that we're here again,
Good.
exactly where we left off, I'm really like, I don't know that I like this character. Surely there's a character I like. I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
Everything okay? What we there? Are you stay safe, stay alive, and bring Balthus back.
Chase me. We lost Balthus? He gets stolen. I had a menu up. He got stolen. I wasn't watching him. You're standing around putting in your skill points, and someone just grabs him. Ah! Ah, everyone's screaming.
Not happening.
Phoenix Dota 2? Yeah. There's a couple crossovers. See if you can spot them all. What did you notice about this combat? They put a Waldo on every level as well.
Not happening.
Yeah, I saw him too. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Yeah. So Dark Quiver gives you black arrows rain from the sky, granting you increased damage to your next bow attack when you pick up the black arrows. And then the idea is that you get the one big charged up puncture, and it also gets charge speed if you have a black arrow. I think that's what we're doing. But we're taking our time to get there because early game it was really bad. And then we can set it up so that our third puncture uses the black arrow. I don't know, I'm just gonna go down there. I don't want to overcomplicate it, and I don't know what my other skills are. Boom, 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 boom. Smoke cloud's good because it gives armor shred, and I guess if we're doing that, we're gonna be physical damage.
You're here for the Epoch. Reaching me was impressive, but it's mine. Core member wing.
I mean, melee rogue doesn't have anything that would buff a singular attack, right? Or I think you get copies of your puncture with your shadows or something. I don't know if that would work with the charged up puncture. That could be pretty cool.
The Epoch is ours. Fire! Aid me!
Ow. 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 Drinks potion in front of you. No, I thought there was one on here that was... No, it was give you Shadow Dagger, and that's... something else. 10 seconds, your next puncture immobilizes. And this one's interesting. Every 4 seconds, your first few direct uses of puncture are rapid strikes. I think attacks a bunch. I don't... It's normally it would say it doesn't work with the charged one, but it doesn't say that. So would I charge up and stab a bunch of times? I don't know. A lot of these puncture skill points This is what I mean, is you don't really have as much option as it looks like you have. Like the ones up here are, hey, poison to bleed to poison. These are poison. Oh, this one. Using puncture causes several mirages to briefly appear at either side of you, attacking in the same direction. And that should work. And then if you were melee, I suspect they could overlap, maybe? Possibly?
No, get me out of here.
A completely unupgraded ability? No.
Which, speaking of,
I'm running into the issue that there aren't really a lot of options for what I want to do. Which is my typical thing in action RPGs is I like the really slow, heavy hitting skills. And action RPGs always want you to attack 17 times per second with 40 different totems.
Blessing. Prayers be with you.
He's back. He's been quiet.
you're back. No,
I'm old.
with the Epoch's power, I'll finally be able to.
What is this place?
Oh
I don't
my
seem to have gone
god.
far, but everything looks so different. Is there anyone here?
This is so me when I travel into the future. I'm always like, where is everybody? Watch out. Hey, Machop.
Not happening.
I am going to choose to believe in the puncture. And I'm gonna go all out. And I'm gonna punk. Sure.
Terra watch over you. God.
Yes?
I accept. I do anything anyone asks of me. Wait a second, he told me to kiss his sister. Ugh. She's so lonely.
Minimus, run, you stupid one.
You can nice. Nice.
Too easy.
Gods be with you.
God's greatest given soldier. God's given soldier.
Not happy.
Farewell.
I wish I was a void bat.
Easy. Too easy.
It wasn't too easy. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Not happening.
It's just a just fine amount of ease.
Not happening.
You know, none of the soldiers here. Oh, he's fighting. I was gonna say none of them fight back. Dude's just praying. What are these creatures? Is slaughtering my beasts and driving them mad. What do you mean? You're the one from the future. Shouldn't you know? This is your timeline, Buster.
Not happening.
Boop, 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 boop. Look at that thing. What is that, guys? Ah! Dead end. No, am I dum-dum? Wait, am I dum-dum?
Keep them off me. Only a little longer.
I am killing you. Kills you cutely.
Not happening.
Only a little longer. Impressive. Go on. I'll be right behind you.
Uwu. Goodbye.
Let's see.
Oh.
You find a treasure, my
Just
friend.
show up,
We've got
say
some more
goodbye,
coins
and
to
get experience.
You, I see. You were brought held. The gods have long left this
Thanks,
world,
chump.
but their memory will give you comfort. Be safe.
Okay, where's your stash, Buster? All the way over. I'm supposed to walk all the way over here, Buster. I don't even.
Yes?
I don't even.
Follow your feet.
almost sort of kind of back to where Falconer guy was, but not quite yet.
Not happening. That was close.
Game good. To me, Last Epoch is the middest of all action RPGs. It's perfectly okay.
Not happening.
The worst? I don't know because I probably haven't played it. So I probably looked at the trailer and was like, that looks bad, and didn't play it. Am I struggling when D4 exists? D4 campaign is still worth one playthrough. Well, kinda. Good visuals go a long way for me. To say it's like at least better than mid. Because even if they're bad things, I feel like there's noteworthy things about D4. I don't... Those same things in Last Epoch are just perfectly okay.
Not happening.
Damn. Yeah, Falcon guy was strong when he got here. He killed these things right away.
Easy. Too easy.
I haven't gotten to like... I played the end game of this game one time, and I think it does get better the longer you've played it. Like, further into the campaign, it's a lot more fun than the start.
Godspeed with you.
But I would like to get to the end again to see what's new there and actually do like one of the end game dungeons and have memory of doing it after I've completed it. A great ARPG. Path of Exile, yeah. Path of Exile, and then Path of Exile. And then Path of Exile. And a special shout out to Path of Exile. Victor Verne pretty good. Median XL, I don't really know anymore. It's gotten worse with time and different people taking control of it. And it's okay. It's probably still pretty high on my list, but I haven't played it in long enough, I know, and it keeps changing. That I have a better viewpoint on the older versions of it that don't exist anymore. But there's this one game, it's called Path of Exile. They're making a sequel. Should be good.
Not happening.
I mean, I say this game's pretty mid. I still like it. I just like action RPGs. Torchlight Infinite also is really good. They're having a pre-season thing now, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I played too much of the game recently, and I feel like I've done every build I want to try. But it needs, I need more new content. I didn't realize I had that many points. Whatever. I understand. I'm not convinced you can do a good looter shooter, because everyone who has tried it has failed. Unless you did it third person, I don't think a first person looter shooter would. You need to be able to see your character, man, and see it do things. Not just shoot gun. Once it becomes an FPS game, it's all about shoot gun and 2% reload speed buffs. There's no one that's gone away from that model. Like Borderlands? Yeah, like Borderlands or Destiny.
Not happening.
They like, there's a big difference between like actual RPG, action RPG character builds and mechanics, and plus 10% reload speed and plus 5 damage against beasts. That I think a lot of people, and certainly a lot of developers, don't really get the difference. Not cultured enough? That sucks.
Easy. Too easy.
Because action RPGs like Diablo 2, there was Diablo 2. Think about it. Diablo 2 was like an instant classic on like a lot of the best games ever made lists. Everybody knows Diablo 2 is awesome, but I don't think there's a lot of people outside of like Path of Exile players, obviously, that want it more Diablo 2, that realize and remember why Diablo 2 was actually good. And to the point that when they released Diablo 4 and it had seasonal mechanics in it, everybody was upset that they had to replay their character at the start of every season. That they have to make a new character each time. Like no one, it's, everyone loved D2, then no one ever made D2. The only clones of D2 were like, Titan Quest came out like years later. And Titan Quest dropped the bag because it had offline mode. So you could just edit your character. None of your progression mattered. You could go on a map that had every unique item in the game. You could instantly hit 100. Nothing in it matters. But on that same note, there's a lot of people right now with Last Epoch servers being messed up, and every time an action RPG comes out, they're like, hey man, when you get the servers working for Last Epoch, can I just move my offline character to online? That don't understand that you can't do that.
Eterra's grace be with you. Take care of yourself.
D2 had seasons. That's what I'm saying. As D2 had seasons, it was good. D4 came out and everyone's like, why are there seasons? I think extends to the point of when someone plays Borderlands, they think like, oh, this is just like Diablo with like crazy modifiers on your items. It's nothing like it at all. It's just like Diablo with guns. So true.
Easy. Too easy.
So I don't know. I just keep saying I hope Path of Exile 2 does really well. And I hope people understand why it does well, and then more games use more stuff from PoE 2. Because they are the only dev team across like a decade that was like, Diablo 2 was good, let's do that again. And really understood the reasons why it was good in the first place. Which they got a lot of pushback from. Like some of the biggest things that PoE gets pushed back from, of like doing a trade house and like a lot of quality of life stuff that they've pushed back on, and Chris Wilson has told people over the years of like, no, you don't want things to be this way. No, you need to feel the weight. And everyone makes fun of him for saying you need to feel the weight. And everyone's pissed off that there's no trade, and they're like, this sucks and that sucks and these bosses are too hard. And he's like, nah, fuck you, Diablo 2 is great and we're making Diablo 2, and no one gets it. But one day, when we release PoE 2 and Diablo 4 is an utter and complete failure, maybe then you'll get it. Shield. Bit.
Stay back. Run.
Trade house is kind of bussin', but you still, I mean, they still understand, and you have to understand the implications of what a trade house really means. I think I don't know, a lot of people now are like Diablo 3 got better at Reaper of Souls and look back fondly on like D3 you kind of pulled it together in the end. I think they just let the numbers go so high that people thought it was a good game. Because it also has like very little in common with Diablo 2. Even though it did get better, it's still kind of a stink game. The numbers just get big enough for it to be like, oh dude, my numbers are fucking huge. But I think it still misses out on a lot of the core concepts. There's no stat points, there's no skill trees, I can
What a shame.
very barely remember any of the uniques. I know it does have a better unique system than D4. Anything said in any of the PoE 2 interviews that worry me? So it's really hard to say. I've had slight concerns, and I think a lot of them have been alleviated since they've done more interviews.
You seem a little. This is what. Don't. He might be kind enough to show you how to tell.
Sometimes I feel like Jonathan, who does a lot of the interviews, is a little bit out of touch with some realities, but it's also not fully his responsibility to understand everything, and it seems like the people around him that work on like the individual balance stuff get it. Like the one interview, they were like, hey, did you know melee totems suck? And he was like, why?
Take care.
Why do they suck? Why? What's wrong with the having to place totems as a melee character in PoE 1? I feel like that's deeply out of touch with the original game.
You've woke. You come. If I then close your eyes.
There's a lot of the interviews I feel like people are explaining things to him he should already know.
Wish to wield as I guide the shades.
Yeah, we're gonna do the bow thing. We're gonna bow up and get the charged bow bowing. Yeah, well, that's the other thing too, is that they are legitimately... Path of Exile devs pivot really quickly. So if there's any concerns, I think when the beta comes out, or even when they do the alpha with a lot of experienced players, they're really quick to be like, okay, we were wrong. We see where you're coming from. And they can like... They have one of like the fastest development pipelines of any game.
Strength will be necessary if our world, our reality, is to have any hope.
Based on what he was saying too, is that the beta for Path of Exile 2 is going to feel like more content more regularly than even PoE 1 is used to, because they said they're going to be just adding old content from PoE 1, like league mechanics, like all of the time throughout the beta, and it's going to be like constant changes all the time, like, hey guys, we finished Breach, we're putting in Breach now, we're doing this, blah 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 blah. So that should be cool.
May a terror smile upon you. Farewell.
Gods be with you.
But they're, for action RPGs, which started the whole conversations, they're just so far ahead that no one can really catch up. There was a lot of like, oh well, Diablo 4 coming out, it might be. They cannot catch up. Give me, yeah, this feels kind of stinky. Uh-oh. 98 damage? What the why does this feel so bad? What the fuck? I'm very confused. What's the damage effectiveness? Damage per second 440, damage per second 780. And puncture is my skill that has all the points in it. I don't know, man. Last Epoch 10 years. I think I was saying the same thing about Torchlight Infinite. Everybody is just starting to catch up to where Path of Exile 1 is, and they're about to release PoE 2, which is just gonna instantly put everyone like at the back of the race again. And the only thing that I would say is gonna beat it is if a really high budget AAA studio like Blizzard made a Diablo 4, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. We talk about Grim Dawn. I'm not a Grim Dawn enjoyer. I feel the same way that I do about Last Epoch, that it's just kind of okay. Dude, even my decoy is dealing more damage than the charge puncture. I want to get a little bit more stuff going before I make up my mind on it, where it has the thing that Fires multiple from my spot. Think I can put a point in that? That's new. Last Epoch has a lot of really smart ideas in it, but it's been in early access for like forever. And it feels pretty dated because when it was started by a bunch of people who are, you know, openly admit like they had never developed a game before and kind of just came together as a hobby. Last Epoch got started because of a Reddit post. And that was like, that had to be like fucking 10 years ago. So I'd say Last Epoch has a lot of really smart ideas in it. Like the trade system that they added to the 1.0 release. But it's on a pretty clunky frame. So as nice as their crafting is, and as nice as a lot of their system designs are, the game itself doesn't feel that great to play compared to others. Dude, this puncture is so bad. Now that it costs mana as well, I can't even shoot that guy more than one time. But also, it's one of the only ARPGs that gets it. Because there's still not a lot of them. That like actually have co-op and online servers and trading and all of that. Bleed Bow Incident Part 2? No, I think if I actually did build this as Bleed Bow, it would be very good. I've done it before. It's quite good in this game. I'm trying to do... I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. See, it's sad because I think the Falconer was actually really strong. It's just so annoying. If we can get some more flat damage, this probably won't... I mean, that killed a rare in one shot. And that was probably a third attack damage bonus. But maybe I even do crafting because we just need like more flat damage on my items. And then we'll probably do really good. I think I just tried to force some stuff too early. Yeah, one shot a rare. Would go real hard if I don't know if Last Epoch has explosions on anything. But explode would be nice. I can run. Ah! I'm surprised that didn't kill me. Lightning Spark has charges that explode. Not what I'm talking about. Explode generally refers to when you kill an enemy and they explode, not a skill that looks like an explosion. I think it's the decoy costing all of my mana is messing with me. Ah! Yeah, I like this when it works, and I think it's gonna keep working more. Especially that bow, flat damage. Big deal. There's nowhere that shows me if I'm on my third attack, is there? Oh, no, that symbol right there next to my health potion is that my next attack will be my third attack. No? Okay, no, it counts. Wait, why does it have a timer? Oh, no, that's something else. That's... Okay, it's that one. When that one has a 2, that was my third attack. So I want to get that to 2 and then do my big charged attack. And then everything dies. Ooh.
Not quite right.
Indicator of which hit is your ruthless blow? Why would they do that? It's only been 10 years. You're crazy.
Greetings. Who are you?
Who are you? I have a little bit of concern that PoE 2 is going to be too easy to automate a lot of stuff. Based on things that they're showing, like they have cast on roll, cast on shock. It just seems like there's a lot more cast on abilities, and my least favorite builds are like the super automated ones, and they always end up being the most effective. Where on contrast, they haven't shown like any war cries or anything that make, again, what I'm saying is I like single big hits. And the barbarian boy who was doing the big hits in the demos was the worst by far. I mean, they're adding more buttons for damage rotations and stuff. It seems like a fair chunk of it can be automated. I don't know, man. Two things I want to know is physical damage going to be worth doing, or do you just convert everything because hatred exists into an element? Can you make goddamn like war cries and not have to have 40 totems? Please. It may be better now that Spirit is being used for everything, for all the reservations. So like if you want to do cast on crit is a Spirit reservation rather than a skill gem. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the case. And so at least you have to give something up to do it. And then it shouldn't always be a guaranteed thing you should try and be doing. That and all the weapon base types. Like, it looked like the stabs they were showing also give a good reason for not cast on critting your spells. Yo, these things hurt.
They won't forget.
Oh, this has way more. This is 1 out of 5. I thought it was only 2 because I was looking at the 2 dots and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, no, this thing scales like crazy. That's what we're missing. Is all the more damage per second charged. Melee will end up using totems. No, it seems like they want skills to be the way the rogue was set up, or whatever it was called in the demos, where they like create a sandstorm and then you have to hit the sandstorm with another skill to blow it up. So it's like skills have synergies between each other, not really that. They said they're trying to not do anything that is like a temporary damage buff that you need to cast on yourself. Because at that point, it should be a Spirit reservation. Jonathan was even saying he doesn't remember why totems were ever given buffs in the first place, because their design philosophy has always been to not do that. And he was like confused thinking back, like, why in PoE 1 did we even do that? That makes no sense. But also he's so like detached, he doesn't remember it happening, or that it's a, like, that's why people don't like melee. And based on everything they're saying, they're just trying to make minions or enemies more interesting. They're saying enemies are really extreme in their differences. So I imagine, like, if you find, you go into like the fire volcano cave and all of the minions in it are like on fire, that if you're attacking them with fire skills, it's going to do very little. And then when you have that many skill slots and you're a sorcerer and you're a fire sorcerer, there's no reason to not to like have one skill on your hotbar be like a cold spell. for when you run into that guy, they just want you to consider pressing a different button sometimes. And you certainly don't have to. If your fire damage is high enough, or if you just don't care and you want to force it, you could still do it, but it sounds like that's what they're going for.
Not happening.
I still can't help but feel like the detonating arrow is still just... I need more skill points in Puncture. Then I guess a guaranteed crit chance on it, the big shot would go hard. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I think is a good example, is that if there's like a molten lava golem you're fighting, it's safe to assume it would have negative cold resist and give you a reason to use cold skills against it, even if you weren't specialized into cold damage. And they also still have the weapon swapping.
Greetings. Farewell.
Weapon swap skill buff switching shenanigans going on. So rather than them creating skill rotations, it just sounds like they want more situations to happen than they want you to use more buttons solely to use more buttons. Only scale 1 damage type. Well, that's the whole point of why they showcased the weapon swapping, is that you could have your weapon swap scale cold and your first weapon have fire. You could do both at once and not really lose anything. And I'm really surprised that in one of the interviews, they even brought up the fact that it's really hard to balance and they expect players will just use it. They want to make sure that players don't just use it to weapon swap to like curse effect, which is like my initial reaction was, dude, you're just going to get the curse stuff on a skill tree and then curse with your weapon swap or some cheesy shit like that. That is like generally always beneficial. And they were like, I'm surprised they specifically noted the awareness of that without like being prompted to it. I'm sure internally that has already happened in their testing. I'm sure they made it and one of the devs was like, well, time for some curses. Multi-shot. Ooh, watch out, I'm coming and get you with me multi-shot. I'm surprised how far behind the game design is, though. I guess like they're bringing on like the finalizing design and balance of stuff at the end, because game development is mostly art and whatnot. But yeah, it feels like there's a lot of stuff that are core to the game design and playing that they haven't decided yet, and it's pretty close to coming out. Boom, boom. Boop, boop. What else do I want to specialize? Yo. Shift maybe and just go fast. Or multi-shot helping me level. Eventually I want Dark Quiver. Did they patch the bird? Nah, we leveled a whole other character. The bird was too annoying. We're doing charge up bow.
Might have to drop something.
These don't fit my inventory.
Might have to drop something.
And we've been playing Last Epoch while talking about PoE. Yeah, bow guy. Good old bow guy. Bam! Wow! Eating my chicken? That's fine. How was my day off? I streamed twice.
Farewell.
You know what? I forget how crafting works in this, that if I can just like buy a normal base, I think they usually don't have a lot of forging potential. Yeah, like this one has more forging potential than something with nothing on it, which is kind of weird coming from Torchlight. And I forget where you even go to craft. Like, where the fuck is the blacksmith? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just want to add flat damage to a bow. And none of these I can really do it to. Crap.
Yes. Follow your feet.
The red scrolls, I don't think I have any. Removes and effects. Costs 1 to 25 for what the fucking what? It removed the only one I wanted to keep. That's ARPGs for you.
Yes.
I knew I shouldn't have bothered. Oh, fuck that.
Follow your feet.
There's no added physical damage? Oh, I probably just haven't found it. Wait, I thought I clicked brain dead, boy. I think that's technically better than what we had, even though it's like nothing. Start shattering items. I'd rather wait until like end game-ish before I do that. It doesn't really matter right now. I was just trying to see if I could get a quick shortcut to a better item.
Yes.
And I got +1 damage. Cool. You dead. You dead though. You dead though. Am I playing Tristan music from Diablo Wonders the game not even trying? It sounds nothing like that. Maybe it sounds like that if you heard it 20 years ago. One time. Maybe?
Not happening.
I think it's also better for me to wait longer before I shoot, because then I get the guaranteed crit on the big hit. Try and group up things more. And I actually die. Noise. Yeah. I like big bow. Purple burp. Blech. Blech. They're purple. They're purple. This amulet is actually 100%. What is my crit chance? Gotta be pretty high for that to basically make it guaranteed. How do they do crit chance in this? Where does it show me my crit chance? How am I critting? When am I critting? Are you critting me right now? You gotta be critting me. I can't use shadows, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to end up respecing that stuff eventually. Shred armor. I'll shred armor.
Not happening. Not happening.
Damn. Yeah, it's fun when it one-shots the rare guy.
Not happening.
Because then they die. And that's pretty pog. Brrr. I love flip to end. It's one of my favorite things of all time to do on the book. Hey, can you just tell me how this ends? Hey, I'm reading here. Where do you want me to go? Return to Jehovah in the council chambers. WSD movement options? I don't think it does.
May I tear a smile upon you? Farewell.
Alternate leveling path. Yeah, that's the you skip a whole bunch of shit by going through there on your second character. This way.
Not happening.
I gotta go kill some dinosaurs. I'm not sure if you have to kill these dinosaurs, but I'm gonna. Ah! Is that a pylon?
Forget that one. Not happening.
Dude, this is so me when someone time travels back to my primal ancient era and is a human being. Me and all the other raptors and wildlife hate that shit. Go back to your own timeline. Rawr. LMAO melee builds. I don't have enough mana. That primeval dragon had 79 gold on him. Wonder what he was saving up to buy.
Not happening.
Someone told a sick joke right before I showed up. A consumed growl. I thought it was a cooler name, like a Groible. That would have been sick if it was a Groible. Oh, bow guy, bow guy, bow guy. Roble these nuts, that's what I'm saying. It's the primary thing I'm trying to get across. No one gets me. Yeah, wait, isn't there a mana gain on hit in this? It's not that funny.
Not happening.
The guys, it's not that funny.
That was gross.
Well, they're not letting me in on the joke. Yeah, centipede! Of centipede men. Noise.
Not happening.
Big boy.
Not happening.
Not enough damage. Doesn't one-shot a boss. I totally just T-posed around him. I think I'm gonna do this area. And then there's it's like a really big area. You gotta touch a whole bunch of things and then be done for the day. Because it's getting late. And I didn't really expect to come back and play Rogue for the third time.
Not happening. Not happening.
I'm lost.
Have you come to make me whole?
No. I've come for loot and experience on my path to the end game. Whoops.
Not happening.
Did they change this area? I feel like I'm getting very lost. I think before you could just walk past that guy. Maybe I still could have. I don't remember that wall being there that I had to break. I don't know. I might be thinking of the next map. This is the big map. We gotta go all the way left, then all the way right, and then all the way down the middle. And I hope it lets me do the thing because I didn't look at the bridge yet and it's pointing me to go back. I trust the shards is the most useless loading screen in any video game. Oh my god, we're going through the time tube. Look at this. Wow. Okay, let's go through the time tube. Let's load up. I've tried to just teleport back to the middle at this point before, and it screwed up this whole area, and I don't know why, and I'm worried that it'll happen again. So we walking back. Able to fix it? Yeah, I just had to do a lot of walking. I think it's because the waypoint is the zone before this, and I thought it was here. I mix up the map before this and this map every single time I play it. Yeah, that's basic. No, there is a waypoint here. Yeah, I don't remember what happened then, but I remember having to just like do it again. Tried to shortcut it and I got shorted. I am having a thought. So, on one hand, you would normally consider to increase your attack speed to get this charge to go faster. But the phrasing on the passives are that it increases your damage per second that you have this channeled. It doesn't really specifically say that. Like, you could infer that to mean if I had a slower attack speed, that I would actually increase the damage more because I would be channeling it for more seconds. And it does have slower attack speed nodes next to it, which would help imply that. Because there's a maximum amount of time I can hold it down. But if I could attack slower, then I could hold it for longer. And then, theoretically, it's supposed to deal more damage the longer I hold it. Unless it means... Unless attack speed is scaling that it just gets to the end. Which is usually how that thing would work. Do I trust it?
Don't forget. Not happening.
I'm gonna kill you. That's much better bow.
Not happening.
Ooh-wee.
Not happening.
This place is so big. I think this would be my marker for after this quest, the campaign gets exponentially better. This area's dank. It's a lot more direct and quick and more mob density, and I don't know, some areas are weird. I don't really like this campaign. Of all the ARPGs that I do like, this is the campaign I like the least by far.
Is that you?
The areas aren't randomly generated, and also there's a lot of blank spaces between enemies and things you want to go to. So like, you know exactly where you're supposed to be, how to get there, and it's just like, this area has like decent amount of monsters in it. There's a lot of areas that are just like a lot of nothing, and the whole story and everything doesn't, I don't get it.
Not happening.
I think the plot is mostly Inuyasha, where you have to collect the shards. That's about it.
Not happening. Not happening.
Ow. This skill is kind of fucky. That happens every once in a while though.
After eons alone,
These are new though, so this might help give a slight amount of context.
on the precipice of a broken world, there is hope. The epoch is reforged. As the traveler left, their real journey began.
Wait, so we did collect all the shards? Then what else is there to do? It also used to take until this time to get your second class, I think.
I believe we have identified when the void began to sweep over the world and who is likely responsible.
Who cares?
The year
It already happened and has been happening and has happened and has gone and has passed.
Centuries before the world was ruined, it faced a different threat. They were once human, but their dark magic twisted them into a vile mockery of life. We believe that it was his the epoch will guide your way. Seek out the outcast queen, leader of the living rebels, and show her the epoch. The rest
I'm not gonna show her my ecock. Shut up, old man. I guess we're trying to prevent World War II. By preventing World War I. We need to make everything so perfect. Anyway, that's it for me today. Bye-bye.